is a kilogram. But then there is a simpler method of working on all of these problems, and that is by using conversion factors. So I have already said, we have already studied this in our previous class. In order to convert a large unit into a smaller unit, we figured out a formula. Now you remember that you can learn it, you can basically mug it up, you can revise it and memorize this particular formula. But then, in my opinion, you should always know how we came across this formula, and we've done this in our previous videos. If you have any particular problem in understanding this, I recommend you to go back to the previous videos and see how we came up with this particular formula. Anyways, let's proceed further. And if we can use a simpler formula, we can use a simple formula rather than visualizing, making so many blocks and diagrams and trying to figure out. So the simpler formula is VL times CF. Now VL stands for value of the larger unit and CF is the conversion factor. Now conversion factor is the number of small units in one large unit given in the problem. So let me just tell you. Let's just come to the same thing. Let's say let's do the same problem again. 1 ton is how many kilograms? So if you use this formula, what is the value of VL? So VL stands for value of the larger unit. Now which of the two units is larger, ton or a kilogram? So ton is the larger unit. And what is the value? It's 1. So we do 1 and then we multiply 1. And why do we multiply? Something we have done in our previous videos. Please go back and refer to those if you do not know. Excuse me. And 1 times the conversion factor. So 1 times CF. Now what is the CF for this particular problem? For this problem, what is the conversion factor? So it will be the number of small units in one large unit. So the number of kilograms, this is the smaller unit, in 1 ton. So how many kilograms are found in 1 ton? Let us figure it out, and that becomes slightly tedious. But 1 ton has how many kilograms? So the simpler way of doing it is we multiply the conversion factor at each step. So you look at, there are 3 steps involved. You have to convert from tons to quintals, and then you go to convert quintals to kilograms. So what is the conversion factor for tons to quintals? It's 10. What is the conversion factor for quintals to kilogram? It's 100. So you can multiply 10, which is the first conversion factor here, with 100, which is the second conversion factor, and you get 1000, and this becomes the conversion factor for this particular problem. Excuse me. So you multiply 1 by 1000, the value you get is 1000, and this is the conversion of a ton to a kilogram. Now let us proceed with something which is slightly more complicated. Excuse me. Now, if I ask you to convert a ton into, let's say, a gram, how would you proceed with that? So, and let's not just convert 1 ton. Let us make it slightly more complicated. Let's say if I got like 3 tons into, let us say I expect you to convert it into grams. So now let us just move up and look at the conversion flow chart that we had here. So let's just use this. Let me just tidy it a bit. Let's just tidy this part a bit. And so let us just see now. So what is the thing that you are supposed to do? So you are supposed to convert a ton. You have to convert this value, this particular unit, and you have to convert into grams, which lies here. So from here to here. Now how many conversion steps do we have? So you got the first conversion step. First you have to convert tons into quintals. So we get 10, which is the first conversion factor. Then you have to convert quintals into kilograms, which is 100, right? So you have to multiply these two. Kilograms into hectograms, then you bring down another 100 here, and then you have to convert hectogram into a decagram, which is another 100, and you have to which is a 10, my apologies, and these are both 10. So let's put 10 here, right? Let's put 10 here. So here this was hectogram, so the conversion factor here is 10. Here from hectogram to decagram, alright, let's just do it again. So 10 and 100 and a 10 here, and hectogram to a decagram is again a 10, and decagram to a gram is 10. Let us just see once again. Let's just check once again. So gram, decagram is the first, and then we have to multiply it with this and this 10, then here, right, which is basically this part, and then 100 and a 10. So what do we get? We get 10 times 100 times 10 times 10 times 10, And this becomes our conversion factor, which is basically, so how many zeros we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 zeros. So let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros and then 1. And this conversion factor is a 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, and a million. So this is 1 million, right? So the conversion factor for this is a million. And let's use the formula. So VL times CF. So VL is 3 times, what is the conversion factor? It's a million with the 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the result is 3 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 tons equals 3 million grams. I hope you've understood how to convert a larger unit of mass into a smaller unit of mass. I will see you in another video.